Hi, welcome to a new episode of The Young and Restless. We open up at society. We see Phyllis and Summer meet up, and they're in a good mood. So it seems like Summer is coming around to her mom. They discuss Summer's work trip, and Summer said that the trip gave her clarity to move on with her life. Then we see Danielle and Heather run into each other at the coffee house, and Danielle questions what's going on with Heather and apologizes for Phyllis grilling Heather about moving back to GC. Then we see Audra runs into Tucker at the athletic club and questions why is he back so early? What about his honeymoon? But we see that Tucker is in a bad mood and he's pretty angry. And Audra asks, where's Ashley? And Tucker says that Jack has too much of a hold on Ashley. Then we go over to Jabot and we see that Jack hands Diane an invitation. Then we see Billy is alone in Chancellor Park reflecting on his confrontation with Jack. Then we move back to society and we see Phyllis is happy to hear that Summer is moving on. Phyllis, however, thought that she is gonna try to be back with Kyle, but Summer tells her that her and Kyle are over and done. Then we see what Jack handed Diane was a wedding celebration invite, and Jack goes on about how much he loves Diane. Then we see Billy comes in and interrupts and says that he's sorry because he has something to say. Then we go back to the club, and Audra questions why Tucker looks so much like hell. Tucker clearly looks stressed and depressed and says that he had an argument with Ashley. Audra questions for details, but Tucker is giving him none. Then we see Summer warns Phyllis not to get herself involved in her kid's life again and to leave Danielle's life alone and leave hers alone. Summer is hell bent on being over Kyle and says that she is free from him. Then we see Heather says that Phyllis' questions were fine, and Daniel says he thought Heather was happy in Portugal, and Heather says over time it became less happy there. Heather reveals that her relationship with her boyfriend Christopher is over, and Heather tells Daniel that Lucy wants to be a family again. Back at Jabot, Billy says that he has been acting extreme lately and he regrets it. Billy says that he is sorry and shouldn't have brought Ashley and Tucker's narrative that they sold him. And Billy says that he is falling back into his old mindset. Jack and Diane apologize for putting him in the middle of the war. And Jack is happy that Billy has taken accountability. And I'm like, is Billy playing games with Jack? Is he really sincere? Or is he just trying to suck up to Jack to see what happens? Then we see Audra continues to question how things went with Ashley, but Tucker yells that she should let it go. Then he sees Billy, Jack, and Diane come into the club. Then we see Daniel says that he won't be together again with Heather, but they will show up for each other. Heather announced that she wants to go back. She doesn't want to go back to Lisbon and says that it's best for Lucy if she stays. Heather announced that she's meeting with Phyllis and Danielle has a problem with it. Danielle tells her that Phyllis is plotting to get them back together. Back at society, Summer questions if Phyllis is starting work with Adam soon, and she says that everything has fallen apart, and Phyllis announced that she is meeting with Heather there at society, and Summer warns her to stay out of Daniel's life. Then we see Jack and Diane. Billy wonders why Tucker is back without Ashley, and they go over to Tucker to find out, but Tucker tells them to ask Ashley and leaves. Then they ask Audra what does she know, and Audra says that she didn't get any information. Then we see Jack calls Ashley, he gets a voicemail. Then we see Billy thinks Ashley may have come to the realization to stick with the family. Then we see Summer runs into Daniel and Heather at the coffee house. Heather leaves to go see Phyllis. Then the kids discuss Heather and Phyllis having lunch. Daniel thinks that Phyllis is right for trying to fix Summer and Kyle. But Summer then tells him that Phyllis is doing the same with him and Heather. Daniel says that it's typical Phyllis for moving from one extreme to another. Summer admits that she doesn't want to fix things with Kyle and asks Daniel what is his plans with Heather. Back at the athletic club, Jack, Billy, and Diane tries to figure out what could have happened with Tucker and Ashley, and they think that have to keep they have to keep an eye on Tucker. Then we see Diane leaves, and Jack asks Billy to stay and talk. We see Jack believes that Billy is right and he can't blindly trust Diane, but he wants him to know that she wants to know the family business and they need to give her a chance. Then we see Abby runs into Diane at the park and thanks her for saving Ashley. Then we see Tucker is in his room reflecting on moments with Ashley. Then he reflects on their fight in Paris. And apparently, Ashley says that she can't let go of Jack. He is his blood. Then we see Diane announce to Abby that Tucker is back without Ashley. Then we see Daniel defends that he and Lily are happy together, and all he wants with Heather is to co-parent. Summer thinks that they are in trouble because Phyllis is on a mission to fix their lives, and Daniel says that they have to stop her. Then we see Phyllis greets Tucker as he walks into society, and he walks over to the bar. Then we see Heather enters, and Tucker says, "Nice to see you, Heather." Tucker offers to hire Heather if she's staying in town. Then we see Jack and Billy is in the. Jack thanks Billy for being in his corner again, but as Billy leave, I'm not sure if Jack thinks that Billy is playing him, or I'm not sure if Billy thinks that he's playing Jack, but something is up between them. Thanks for watching. Bye.